Well, let's have a little look at how to filter a full day of trades. And a warm welcome to one and all. And if this is your first time here, I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy trader. What I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world and show you it from a perspective of, well, somebody who actually does it for a living rather than living in la la land like most of them. Now, when it comes to trading, one of the best tools that you will ever have is patience and filters. And I know they sound a bit odd, and you may be scratching your head and thinking, come on, Scruff, what are you talking about? Patience? Of course I haven't got patience. I need a Lamborghini. And why? Because I've seen this dickhead.
You ding-dong!
God's sake. I've had a torrid time this last fortnight because of the likes of this. Why? Because people come into the industry and they see these outlandish sort of claims and they think they're going to be Warren Buffett in a week. It's not that simple. All right, I trade for a living, but I am by no means rich. You know, I earn a wage just the same as anybody else. And yes, I have good days and bad days. Yesterday was exceptional. But if I do 200 quid a day, that's pretty darn good. And when I'm in various forums and I'm getting pulled apart about my wages and one thing and another, I always ask the same question. Do you actually make any money out of this? And they always, no. He says, well, I'm happy with my 30 grand, and if I can get it up to 80, I'm astounded. Why? Because that is an exceptional wage. And one thing you've got to remember is it takes money to make money. It took me years to build my account up to set it at a level that gives me 30 to 50 grand a year, you know. And when you break it down, it's not that much. You know, you can be a supermarket manager and earn that. The difference is I do what I like when I like. I drive the car that I want. And if I want to go on holiday, I can. Because I ain't got the boss behind me saying, you can't have the time off. Except I've got the boss that sits there that says I have to have time off. Because apparently I work too much. That's one of the other sides of it as well. Sometimes you can get lost in the screens, and that can be more damaging than it can sort of benefiting you because you'll overtrade. Now, this is why I'm going to talk about filters, because filters is my best friend. Well, actually, my best friend's actually walking behind me right now. Hello, my love. Is that for me?
It is. You're enjoying yourself.
I am, I.
Look at the mess.
What mess?
There's rubbish everywhere.
It's not that bad.
I just want to take a picture. I'm going to shame you.
You can shame me all you want. I don't care.
Why?
Eh?
You should.
Yeah, I did it. It's fantastic. Just so I've got one cup here. I've got another cup here. This is my Scruffy Trader mug. Look at that. If you want a Scruffy Trader merchandise, check the description, because that's how she earns a living. Her trading shocking. Why is your trading shocking?
Because I keep getting stuck.
You keep it? No, it's because you're impatient, and I've just been talking about that.
Stay to that.
See that, boys and girls? Take my picture. Take my picture.
Shit, what's this glue? Tape measure.
A bit of glue, because I've been fixing things. I had to measure it, so there's that. Well, that's yours. There's no way I will be having grapes now, would I? And that's for grapes and yogurt.
You blame anybody.
The other one's mine. Sorry, boys and girls. Ah, look, I've got
Coffee everywhere, all over the desk.
Oh man, trying to work here.
Where's not being a mess?
Shut up. And you think your life's easy? Try living with her. It's a bloody nightmare. Anyway, 1 week we'll be on holiday. Get that sex tape on. Fantastic. Well, I'll have to put one on, because the chances of making one at my age is it's just not good anymore. Used to be good when I was 21, but now I'm 52. Jesus Christ.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh dear. Just had a moment there thinking about good times. Actually, I have good times all the time. Right, enough of my strange world. Let me tell you what I'm looking at. And if you do want to see trading in the real world, I don't script anything. Literally, I sit in my chair and I switch the camera on and I tell you my thoughts while I'm working. You know, I don't go into all of this. Oh, well, I will show you a trading view chart of a trade that I took and I made 100 and gazillion pounds off a quid. Here we go. Yeah, of course you did, you moron. Do it in the morning. A little bit like what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take you through an entire day. It's the start of the day now. It is 10 to 9. I've already spoke the Scruffs. They've seen my watch basket. And the thing with the watch basket is you might start with 7 or 8 products. And throughout the day, you thin them out till you get to 1. And that 1 is what's going to pay you. That's the plan. So I don't need to trade a great deal this month. I've already been paid royally. That was yesterday's run through that you saw me do yesterday. Now, yesterday was exceptional. Again, I was proving a couple of points. I was told I don't trade enough and I don't show enough. Well, first of all, I show the guys in the squad everything I do from start to finish, before and after. Can't be any fairer than that. And there's a reason I don't trade a lot. The more I'm in the markets, the more I can lose. It's that simple. So what I do is a sniper approach, if you like. I'll look at multiple target points, but I will zoom in on the easiest one. And then when I'm in that easiest one, I'll zoom it in again till it's actually time to pull the trigger. That's it. Nothing complicated. It is just a series of filters and patience. So what are we looking at today? Well, across the top of here, you can see the basket that I've set up. And it is here. So they were all based on sort of the last checkpoint, which was 8 o'clock. None of them are ready to trade. And all of this basket has come pretty much from, well, the Forex is always picked from the strongest and the weakest, because that's the way you filter those out. It's a nice, quick and easy way. Tells me the anchor of the chart. An anchor chart is the one where you're going to focus your attention on. So if it's a slow market, just look at a 4 hour, because it takes hours to get any movement within it. So 4 hours pretty good. If it's fast, an hour is a good chart to get a gauge on. Very, very simple. Then you have the other commodities and sort of indices that I look at. I trade DAX and FTSE all the time. Of the two, I prefer the DAX for no other reason than it's quicker. I can get in, I can get out very fast. The downside to it is if you're wrong, you're very wrong, very quick. So the trick with the DAX is get in, get out. And it's a similar situation with oil. I like oil. When it's moving, it is fantastic. You get in, you get out, and you get paid. I'm not bothered about the big runs. When I'm day trading, I just want to be in for an hour, 2 hours. That's it, you know. And I'm happy with that. I prefer that. Swing trading, I find tedious at best. Winky's actually swing trading at the moment. Why? Because you've got the attention span of a gnatfly. And it's an easier way for her. But what you can't cope with is the downtown. Because the nature of swing is you can sit underwater for 3 or 4 days before it turns and becomes like a fully fledged trade. And she can't get her head around that. She thinks it should be, you press the button, you're in profit and that's it. It doesn't work like that. Day trading is the same, but it's microed down to a short time frame. So you may dip underwater for a little bit, but as long as you maintain your premise and you believe in it, then you let it run to the upper side, or vice versa if you're going the other way. So that is the basket. It's not ready yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep stopping and starting the camera till it's time to go to market, and then I'll keep the camera running so you can see it, and I'll keep showing that there's nothing trading as well, just to keep it a bit fair. Okay, so I'll catch you at the next timestamp, which will be about 15 minutes when I do the next sort of filter. If there's nothing there, the next one will be 10 o'clock, then 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, till it presents a trade, and then it's go time. Okay, so catch you soon. Okay guys, so we're back. The sheet has pulled out two markets, which is New Zealand US and Aussie US. Both of them sells, and it says both of them are reasonable to go now. So what I'll kind of do is have a look to see which is the better of the two. So at the moment, this is kind of in no man's land. But if I look at this one, it's bouncing off a level. So there could be an opportunity here. What we can do is we can delve into it a little bit deeper. Of the two of them, I like this one better. If I just strip everything off it for a second and I pull this out over, you'll be able to see it cleanly as to why. It is on a wonderful move down. It's tried to go up, it's rejected, and thumpity thump thump. It looks like it's going to still push down for the foreseeable future. If we pull this out to a daily, you can see the train is just trucking, but there's nothing in its path if we go right out. In fact, just to sort of see where this is at, I mean, this is just collapsing like there's no tomorrow. In fact, it's down. It can go, wow, thumper thumper. But we're looking for kind of the next hour or so. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave this running. I think this is the market that I like best of the two, and we'll see if we can get maybe 10 pips out of this, and we'll work our way till we hit, like, I don't know, say 100 quid, you know, because that's all I need today. So a couple of trades at 10 pips each, £5 a pop, £200, I'll be quite happy. Anything more than that is a bonus. So that's what I'll do. So what I'll do is I'm going to concentrate my efforts on here. I'll keep a little eye on this one. The reason I prefer the New Zealand to the Aussie is I like to work in and around levels that I've marked, and as you saw, I had a key level marked. This one is miles away from a level, and that's it. So I'll work with that, and then I'll come back to you at the end of the day's trading and show you the results. Okay guys, we're at top of the hour. Strength's just worked out. The Aussies dropped off, so what I'm going to start doing now is you start thinning the herd out. Okay, and why do you do that? Well, because it just makes life easier. I'm committed now into New Zealand dollar. I'll be losing that because it's had a change in sentiment of you like, and this is coming in, and that's all I'll do all day till I've hit my money. Now normally I just kind of wait. Today's kind of an exceptional trading day in the sense that there are lots and lots of opportunities which has come out here. Sometimes this only has one or two, and that's great, and you just add the third one, see if it's up here. Today, however, loads, but that's because the markets are all over the place and you've got to be careful. So let us crack on. This is committed. I will be keeping an eye on this. And what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be starting to trail this price down, because that's the other thing. Just because it says buy, don't just blindly jump in. You've got to wait for the optimum moment, and the optimum moment is not here yet. So you just kind of wait and you just follow it, and I'll watch it every 15 minutes just to see what's going on. But it's down at a level, and I want to see it come back and come back up to here. But if the other chart succeeds in the meantime, fabulous. So let us jump back to what we know, which is this one, and we'll crack on. Okay, guys, top of the hour. Well, say top of the hour, it's a little bit after. And what we're doing is we're having a look. See, my sheet is now telling me which trade I'm in. So I'm committed to this regardless, so I won't be changing any of the stats here. This is moved over. This is sort of changing as we go. It's flipped back to no trade, so the signal didn't arrive. So you just kind of wait it out. And we can have a look at cable in the meantime. Simple stuff. So I'll keep an eye on that, see if there's anything there. If we have a little look, what can we see? Well, you can see the drop down and you can see it starting to move up. So it's giving us a nice signal to work with. Simple stuff. So in the meantime, I'll just leave the trade that is running, which is this one. And as you can see, it's gone up. We've got a little bit of pound averaging in. All I'm interested in is just get some money out of it and I'm good. It's showed signs and then it rattled away and then it's come back. But if you look, it hasn't really made any new highs. It's just the market doing what the market does, bouncing up and down. Simple stuff. All right, so I'm still reasonably committed into this trade. So I'll let that run. I'm going to have a quick look at cable and we'll see how we get on with that as well. All right, catch you soon, guys. Okay, guys, top of the hour, 12 o'clock. I've started thinning the herd down. Why? Because I'm now committed into two trades, which if I just change this slightly so that it goes this one, put that in the middle, put that one up there, because I'm now on cable as well. Now I'm going to keep the DAX in the background because I trade that every day. Why has this happened? Well, if I pull up my sheet, it told me to buy at 12, which it's not long ticked over 12 o'clock. So I'm ready, and its triggers took me in. So it's that simple. I only like to trade no more than 2 markets at once when I am trading. Ideally, I only want to be trading 1. But today's like a little experiment in the sort of filters, if you like. So what we're going to do is, I'm only looking for 100 quid. When I hit £100, that's it. Job's done. I'll just kill the trade. So I'm just waiting for a net positive of 100, and we're good to go. So orders are in. Just sit back and relax. What I've been doing this morning, just if you're interested, well, you might be if I can get this thing to work. I buggered this. There we go. Sticky fingers, guys. Sticky fingers. I've been on the top of each hour. I've kind of been giving them a run of where I'm at and what I'm doing. Sort of, this is where it is, and thinning the herd out, and they can see what trades I'm taking and roughly what time I am entering the markets. Because if I look at the sheet, I've just altered it slightly. In trade, this is now going to get changed to in trade, and they'll know that I'm there. Okay, so let's keep on trucking and we'll see how we get on. Okay, catch you all soon. Okay, boys and girls, she's off to get the coffee. That's my reward for being a good boy today. Well, not so much being a good boy, I made a right mess of things. But as you've just seen, that has punched through. Hit target. So how well has it done? Well, remember we only wanted about 100 quid. Well, there we are. 2 trades that it's pulled out. We did okay off New Zealand US. So it's a decent amount there. And we've got a good amount here. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Phone rang. So, well, it's real life, isn't it? All live. What you see is what you get. So that's exactly what we're looking at here. My figures. What you see is what you get. Talking of which, I'm about to get my coffee. As we all know, Scruffy likes his coffee. Likes Winky as well. Where you going?
Up to the shops.
Oh, bloody hell, I'm shocked.
Hold on now. Holidays.
What was I saying about my life and wages? There's a reason I've got no money. It's just walked out with a set of car keys off to bloody shops. Again. God's sake. Never mind. Do it all again tomorrow and pay for today. How was that? But that's basically what I'm driving at. About repetition. Rinse and repeat. What you've seen me do today, is I started it, well, my day starts between 6 and 7 in the morning. And what I'm basically doing is I'm just flipping through the charts, having a good look. Spend an hour or so making up my strength sheets. I go through each product individually, key it all in, and then once the strengths are in, they're in for the day. Then I have another engine that helps me work out the biases, and the biases just filter in and out all day. Now, some days I've only got 2 or 3 products to look at, which is great. And if there's no products come up on sort of the strength sheet, I just look at the window of the world, and those products are sort of the majors and a couple of indices and oil, because they move every day. And of those ones, again, I filter it out into probably my favorite, which is the DAX. Trade the DAX every day because it shifts every day, but I still have to wait for it. And that's why some days you might see me trade it at 9 o'clock, and other days you see me trade it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got to wait for the conditions to align.
Isn't that logical?
And then that way, again, I'm filtering through time. And the way I do that is very simple. I look at hourly charts and I let the hour's candle close. And then once the hour is closed, I look at it to see if there's any kind of situation where I think I can trade in the next hour. And then I wait for my trigger candle or trigger setup, if you like, to come into play. If it doesn't come into play in that hour, I redo my bias. If it's still the same, well, then I just wait. And it's probably why I drink a lot of coffee, because I wait a lot. So I hope that makes sense. Kind of inspire you with your own trading. But moral of the story today is don't be gung-ho. Be prepared to wait and filter out all of the noise.
No way!
And that includes forums as well. Word to the wise, be very careful of over-opinionated people in forums. 9 times out of 10, they'll send you down the wrong track. So again, it's filters. Just got to be careful, you know. And that's it. So filter your trades, then filter your time, filter your entry, and don't be greedy. And you'll do all right. So I'm going to enjoy my coffee and get ready for my holidays, because today was the last trading day. Don't like trading on a Friday. I'm flying out on, well, I'm going down to meet the guys on Tuesday. So that's it. I'm done till on holiday. Might do a coffee with Scruff while I'm there. Fire up the charts. Do a bit of trading in front of the swimming pool. But we'll see. See how we get on. So as always, guys, trade well. Keep your risk managed. And above all, do what you love. And the money will follow. See you all in the next one.